Good evening, viewers. Coming in live from Shillong studio of DD News Meghalaya, I am Andrea Arlingdo Nongri anchoring today's news bulletin. Before we go to the details, let's take a look at the top stories of today. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma to lead Meghalaya delegation to New Delhi to seek Institute of National Importance status for Negrims. GHADC lodges FIR against JNC and JSU leaders after protesters force entry into council premises during anti-Shri cement demonstration. Assam government unveils Rs 150 crore flood mitigation plan for Jorabad and proposes 4-laning of Digaru-Narangi road to improve border connectivity. India-UK Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement comes into force today, boosting exports, investment and skilled workforce mobility. And 135th Indian Oil Durand Cup Trophy Roadshow reaches Tura, celebrating football heritage ahead of the prestigious tournament. The news in detail. First, the local news. The state government will soon send a delegation led by Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma to New Delhi to press for Institute of National Importance or INI status for Negrims. Health Minister Wailat Miki Shila said the issue has already been raised with the Union Health Minister and the Parliamentary Committee on Health. He added that the centre has sought supporting documentation which the state is preparing and expressed hope that the long-pending demand will gain momentum through continued engagement with the Union government.
In the recent past, when our Union Minister of Health came, JP Naddaji came here, at that time also I had a word with him. And then at the same time, you know that he came here for one meeting for this health committee meeting where the parliamentary committee also was there. From their end, they have assured me that from their level also they will continue to follow up this issue. But they were requesting me that to provide them with proper documentation. So I think very soon in the coming, most probably in the coming months, so we'll go and meet, we'll take a delegation, we'll go to Delhi and we'll follow up this INI status for Negrims.
The Meghalaya government is awaiting the Negrims inquiry report into the alleged molestation of a minor girl by a male nurse before deciding on further action. Health Minister Wailat Miki Shila said the institute is conducting its own investigation and assured that the government will intervene if necessary based on the findings. Meanwhile, the Khasi Students' Union has demanded the immediate arrest of the accused, alleging delays in police action and expressing concern over the hospital's handling of the case.
From their end, from Negrim end, so we have inquired. So they have put for the investigation, so inquiry. So they have put for inquiry. So we are waiting for their report. So based on their report, then we will take action, because we have to wait. We have to give them time to inquire from their end what has really happened. So after that, if we'll see that if everything is in order or whatever, if there is we see that there is any chances of anything, so then state government will step in.
The Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council has lodged an FIR against leaders and members of the Jaintia National Council and the Jaintia Students' Union following the forcible entry into the council premises during a protest over the Shri Cement project at Lom Serman. CEM Thambor Shiwat said the protesters damaged the main gate, caused loss to public property and created panic among council employees. While reaffirming the democratic right to protest, Shiwat said violence and vandalism cannot be justified and also questioned the police for failing to prevent the breach of the council premises.
Nak kat kamu manne kat kamu yui jadi sekiat negaliang yang kini upan kini kawan-kawan ka permission dan kerja ketin gi chwa wo poi gi cheganika jing awri awral ni chwa wan gi sini man negaliang yang di police department gi gu yada hadin wada yu gi man pra du ki gi police tawo khang gi opsia gi sini gi police yut bangi yut gi chero teman da yut ki te yo opsia sini teman da poi gi hini la mun gi dukat kata kami kit hari dang temperan di sakani ke win kit opsia cepo office ta ketu ngan ke liang nga pa gi saksi wana ke liang ke police department mem gi ki ke bor nim kwa gi gi nyerap i ke council de ina ke liang ke yong i de da FIR wa upu dawai ya ki jinglut ya ki jingsep bal dawai la yi bor yang ka wo chingi kat ka mu cha ka ai upun chitong.
The Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council today has launched its newly revamped official website as part of its push towards digital governance. Inaugurating the portal, CEM Tombor Shiwat said the website, redesigned by the National Informatics Centre, revives a platform that had remained non-functional for over a decade. The new portal will allow citizens to access council information and download forms for services such as no objection certificates and land holding certificates, improving transparency and reducing the need for physical visits to the council office.
There hadin wada yu ya kita jing long jing man yang tadi ke website yang ni tena yang kam ka aktif komiti te da perchang yo penmiat ni da perchang yo le da ko man up to date ba po gani ke website yang ni da bo ila ni benta di tip ke warap benia kamo ipini da kwa di pa di rules ni da kwa di download di form yo lo si kami dang ni la jika gani ke website but emila ke jingken men gua negasi je kesi dau hak cucu ya di MKM di warap detail dan ni di MKM di warap benia kenang lo man ke sebentar ka jing pesuk yo pajba ke jing tip ke warap dikenah.
Senior NPP leader and Cabinet Minister Timothy D. Shira has dismissed speculation about retiring from politics, saying he will contest the 2028 Meghalaya Assembly election if his health permits. The veteran legislator from Resubel Para said he currently has no successor to carry forward his political legacy. Shira also expressed confidence that the BJP would find it difficult to make significant inroads in North Garo Hills, claiming the party continues to face limited public support in the region.
I am intending to contest. If my health allows me, if I can maintain my health as I am now, then I will contest. But if I am physically unable to contest, then I will contest. Because I am confident that my health will go on like this. There will be no anything which will weaken my physical strength. I think it will go on like that.
The Hinyao Trap Youths Council, or HYC Rambrai Circle, has urged the Health Department to address the shortage of staff and facilities at the Rambrai Primary Health Centre. During a meeting with the District Medical and Health Officer, the HYC highlighted the absence of an ambulance for the past 3 years, along with shortages of pharmacists, nurses and other healthcare personnel. The council also appealed to local MLA RG Momin to intervene. The DMHO assured that proposals for an ambulance and additional staff have already been submitted to higher authorities and are being actively pursued.
halor ka jing ut jing nam jing pajba halor ka jing bom don ka ambulan haram berai kumta halor ka ne ka jing ut jing nam jing pajba ni bansi ban lek ban kedu ya I district officer ha nustoy na ka banta ban ya rap lem ya ka ne ka jing ka baki pajba ki kan tu bat ha ka bede bat ka jing duna ki staff ki nong trai bat ke pharmacy ro hadu mentam pat thong ha po ram rai pi si na kaliang jungi ka seng ili aban ya kran ya DHMO jong ka west kasihil jungi ka ka ba na kaliang ila respond ba ngan sa simkhia ka ne ban pha haki bor ba lo kumta na kaliang jungi ka seng ni karpat jor ya nung khmat jungi bon simkhia ban buti lem ya ka ne ka jingkwa jong ka dong ka than jungi khnang bat pensuk ya ki pajba.
A technical team from the National Disaster Management Authority yesterday inspected proposed river erosion mitigation sites at ICP Kilapara in West Garo Hills. The assessment focused on erosion patterns, environmental conditions and the feasibility of long-term mitigation measures under the National Disaster Mitigation Fund. The team, accompanied by officials from the District Disaster Management Authority, Water Resources Department and Border Security Force, also interacted with stakeholders to identify priority interventions. The visit is expected to support the preparation of scientifically sound projects aimed at strengthening disaster resilience and protecting erosion-affected communities in Meghalaya. Leaders and members of KSU Ribhoy unit intercepted a vehicle allegedly transporting drugs to the Umsneng area, leading to the seizure of suspected narcotic substances. The union claimed the vehicle was using fake registration plates and alleged that a network involving outsiders and local youths were supplying drugs across Meghalaya. The suspects seized drugs and vehicle was handed over to the Umsneng police station for further investigation. The KSU has urged authorities to take strict action against those involved in the illegal drug trade.
Hadir jing upship lang na kaliang jong KSU Umsneng circle tinggal ban bat ki kali ki ba mut pan drugs hadir ngil ban bat kali te ngilap si bunmut ki hatu kali gidon te hadin jo bagi toket ba ngil yo jing tip susu ru ba gidon ru kini ki kali Torres ki basalan ni drugs ben ba jong we u dakar u ba min sajo jing tip ba sibit ad mar klara ki pulit yaki ai ba ka department lane ka bos ng sokar kan le ba don kam naklia ka senghi ku mung juga ng por ni pe perman ba min ki kam ngai na por support ngai ba bar kum tas ki ga long ki ka basiso Pegin IT no eki sa kalian department kay pagkam ay ang department karle naglia ka senghi kadang pailat laga di ka step ngabru laga register miru naglia juga seng maka juga po jing lang barki kena snong laga dom sing midon pagina perman ng force.
Now the regional news. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma today announced a Rs 150 crore flood mitigation project for Jorabad under the proposed Guwahati Ring Road. Speaking during the Assam Assembly budget session, Sarma said the project will provide a long-term solution to recurring flash floods through scientifically designed drainage and flood control measures. He also announced plans to widen the Digaru-Narangi road into a 4-lane highway to ease traffic congestion along the busy Assam-Meghalaya border corridor, while urging support for land acquisition to expedite the project. Now for the national news. The India-United Kingdom Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, or CETA, and the Double Contribution Convention (DCC) have come into effect from today, marking a major milestone in bilateral trade and economic cooperation. The agreement provides zero duty access for 99% of Indian exports to the UK market while easing social security obligations for eligible Indian professionals on temporary assignments in Britain. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the pact will boost exports, strengthen opportunities for farmers, MSMEs and entrepreneurs, and deepen cooperation in technology, innovation and skilled workforce mobility between the two countries.
Ministry of Commerce Department will work together with all the EPCs across the country in all industry cluster to communicate what this agreement entails for them. We will try to get as granular as possible to communicate what this agreement entails for each cluster, each sector, each product, so that every entrepreneur, whether it's a startup, new MSME or a large company, can plan and try to see how they can benefit from this agreement.
And in sports. The 135th Indian Oil Duran Cup 2026 Trophy Roadshow was held in Tura today, with the iconic trophies taken in a grand procession across the town. The event, organised by the Indian Armed Forces with support from the state government, drew football enthusiasts, young players and local dignitaries. Addressing the gathering, Assistant Commissioner Saurabh Suman highlighted the Duran Cup's rich legacy of over a century and expressed hope that the tournament would inspire young athletes. The 135th Duran Cup will be held from 25th July to 23rd August, with Meghalaya among the host states.
Let us remember what we are witnessing. The Duran Cup began in 1888, making it Asia's oldest football tournament, older than even the FIFA World Cup. This 135th edition carries with it more than a century of sporting glory. Before you today stand not one but three prestigious trophies: the Duran Cup, the President's Cups and the Shimla Trophy. To see all three here in Tura is a rare honor, and we are all privileged. It keeps us hoping, and I look forward to some more favorable results as these cups unfold. May this trophy showcase inspire our young players to dream big and chase excellence.
The State Youth Basketball Championship 2026 has commenced in Nongpor today, bringing together 7 men's and women's teams from across Meghalaya. Organised by the Ribhoi District Basketball Association in collaboration with the Meghalaya Basketball Association, the tournament is held at Alpha English High Secondary School and St. Paul's Higher Secondary School. Nongpor MLA Miralbon Aim attended the event as chief guest. In the opening match, St. Anthony's School Shillong defeated the hosts Ribhoi District Basketball Association 59-51 in a closely contested encounter.
So commendably, Bahaganegaski, State Youth Basketball Championship, Samla, Kibini, Najibanta, prepare, Layawan, Haganegaka. Ngisung thu Hagajalenti, Kumkinong Ilekai, Kamde Gosuk of Himpoya, Kade, Kabanta, or Hidden Manda. Bangam Aratin Manong, Manapeng Dumpi, Haganegski. In the Giju, Gijimut, Gijim Prokat, Nagabanta, Bokinlap, and Kundan Burom Yeladi, Yagaying the Sem, Yagashnong, Yaga District, Yaga team to people represent.
The 6th Eastern West Khasi Hills District Open Come Inter-School Badminton Tournament 2026 and Talent Scouting Trial got underway at the Mairang Mission Indoor Stadium. Organised by the Eastern West Khasi Hills District Badminton Association, the District Sports Promotion Society and the District Sports Officer, the tournament has brought together students from 9 schools competing in under 13, under 15, under 17 and under 19 categories. The tournament also serves as a talent scouting trial where promising players will be identified and selected to represent the district in future badminton competitions. Football fans are set for a blockbuster clash as defending champions Argentina take on England in the second semi-final of the FIFA World Cup 2026 at Atlanta Stadium in the United States tonight. The winners will secure a place in Sunday's final against Spain, who defeated France 2-0 in the first semi-final. The highly anticipated encounter is expected to feature a star-studded contest led by Lionel Messi, Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham. The nation is celebrating the 11th anniversary of the Skill India mission alongside World Youth Skills Day 2026 under the theme Youth Empowerment Through AI and Digital Skills. In Meghalaya, the Meghalaya State Skill Development Society is implementing skill development programs across all 12 districts to enhance youth employability and entrepreneurship. Speaking to DD News Meghalaya, Skill Development Officer Samuel Nonglat said equipping young people with future-ready skills is key to building a stronger, more inclusive workforce and driving sustainable economic growth.
Do observe on the 15th of July every year the World Youth Skills Day, which was designated back in 2014 by the United Nations, where we emphasize on the importance to equip young people with real usable skills for employment, entrepreneurship and lifelong learning. For Meghalaya, where nearly half of our population is young, this day is a chance to reaffirm our commitment to make sure our youth are job-ready, self-reliant, and genuinely equipped to shape the state's future. So this year's global theme is Youth Empowerment Through AI and Digital Skills. It's a theme that puts AI, digital literacy, and emerging technology front and center, and asks governments and industries to make sure that young people have fair access to future-ready skills, while keeping the use of technology ethical and inclusive. For Meghalaya, this lines up well with where we are already headed, expanding our digital skilling and entrepreneurship efforts so that our youths are competitive, not just locally, but globally. So skill development sits at the heart of our youth empowerment agenda. Driven through the Chief Minister's Skill Mission and implemented by Meghalaya State Skill Development Society under the Department of Labour, Employment and Skill Development. Under Vision 2030, we are aiming to train 1.5 lakh youths, achieve 70% placement or self-employment, create 1 lakh entrepreneurs, and enable 42,000 domestic and 5,000 international placements. To the young people of Meghalaya, the future belongs to those who strive to keep on learning, keep adapting, and stay open to change. Skills matter as much as qualification today. Whatever path you choose, employment, entrepreneurship, farming, tourism, technology, or the creative industries. I encourage every young person to look into what skills Meghalaya has to offer. These programs aren't just about jobs. They're about building confidence, leadership, and a livelihood that lasts. And to the parents who are the primary institutions where the youth lives, you are that torchbearer for your child. Encourage them to be part of the Skills Meghalaya program so that they are able to equip themselves with the necessary skills in order to be eligible for a future-ready workforce. To the community leaders and employers, your support here matters too. Together, we can build a Meghalaya that's skilled, resilient, and self-reliant, where every young person has a real shot at their potential. On this World Youth Skills Day, let us recommit to investing in our youth, because Meghalaya's success is built on their success. Thank you very much.
Let's now take a look at the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report for Tura. Minimum temperature of 24 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature of 31 degrees Celsius, and relative humidity 80%. Also, rainfall 21 millimeters were recorded today. Moving on to Shillong, 19 degrees Celsius of minimum temperature, 27 degrees Celsius of maximum temperature were recorded. The relative humidity is 79% and rainfall 12.6 millimeters. Meanwhile, in Jowai, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 27 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 78% and rainfall 6.1 millimeters. And the forecast for Tura, Shillong and Jowai says moderate rain with thunderstorm likely to occur at many places. Before winding up this news bulletin, here's a short recap. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma to lead Meghalaya delegation to New Delhi to seek Institute of National Importance status for Negrims. JHADC lodges FIR against JNC and JSU leaders after protesters force entry into council premises during anti-Shri cement demonstration. Assam government unveils Rs 150 crores flood mitigation plan for Jorabad and proposes 4-laning of Digaru-Narangi road to improve border connectivity. India-UK Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement comes into force today, boosting exports, investment and skilled workforce mobility. And 135th Indian Oil Durand Cup Trophy Roadshow reaches Tura, celebrating football heritage ahead of the prestigious tournament. And that's all we have for you in today's news bulletin. Thank you for watching.
Unruly in Manipur attacks us strained. In FIFA World Cup, Spain overcome French hurdle in semi, storm into final.